It's a new year, and with T-Mobile, it's not about how far apart we are. It's about how close we can be. So we're bringing out our best deal. Right now, get the iPhone 12 on us on every single plan with eligible iPhone trade-in.
So I can FaceTime with my sister in Savannah.
That's right, the iPhone 12 on us on every plan. All on America's 5G leader in coverage. T-Mobile.
24 monthly bill credits and a new line plus tax. If you cancel, credit stop and balance on required finance agreement may be due. Contact us for well-qualified buyers. Qualifying consumer plan required. See coverage and offer details at T-Mobile.com.
It's a new year, and with T-Mobile, it's not about how far apart we are. It's about how close we can be. So we're bringing out our best deal. Right now, get the iPhone 12 on us on every single plan with eligible iPhone trade-in.
So I can FaceTime with my sister in Savannah.
That's right, the iPhone 12 on us on every plan. All on America's 5G leader in coverage. T-Mobile.
With 24 monthly bill credits and a new line plus tax. If you cancel, credit stop and balance on required finance agreement may be due. Contact us for well-qualified buyers. Qualifying consumer plan required. See coverage and offer details at T-Mobile.com.
Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net. Christopher Media. Let's make some noise. From Asthma Studios near Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, man.
It's the Weedsman Podcast.
I have no idea what's going on.
And now,
you have smoked yourself retarded.
Here are the Weedsmen.
You want to get hot?
Show 219. I'm Chris.
I'm Aaron.
Damn it. We had a running start today, huh?
Yeah. Yes.
Man, normally the free weed isn't that great.
What was it? What is that shit?
This is a blueberry cookie.
Can I see that? Is there anything left in there?
No.
Oh, damn. Did we just smoke a whole gram in like half an hour?
That's what we do. It's weeds men, not weed boys.
Blueberry cookie, 1G. I'm going to start chasing my own shadow like the cat.
No, right?
So how old do you think Rory is now?
Is she? 4.
All right.
She was born in 2014.
It's kind of late to be changing your behavior like that.
Yeah.
Maybe she is anxious.
Yes.
You can get some edibles, some pet edibles.
Pet edibles. Never know.
I guess people actually do have nervous animals, right? I've never had nervous animals.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a cat or a dog that was just like freaked out?
Yes, the dog that used to have, the last dog my parents had. Yeah,
It was
like
a spaz?
Well, not to spaz, but when thunderstorms or 4th of July was a tough day for her. Like, was just, not good.
Right, like but
get all shaky and shit and like want to hide. And
my cats do that. They all did it today when I vacuumed, but they were fine after. Was the dog? Did it take a while for the dog to adjust?
I don't know about adjust. It's a dog that followed me home. So we're just wondering, like, maybe it was like
you actually had a dog that you kept that followed you home.
Yeah.
What was its name?
Pepper.
All right.
We named it Pepper.
Well, of course.
Yes.
The dog couldn't tell you. Well, I guess it could have a tag, and then you just were like...
There's no tag on this dog.
Right, of course. I mean, if you had a tag, you would take it back.
Yes.
Unless the dog was abused in some way.
Well, that's what we're wondering. It's because it's just, like any 4th of July or thunderstorms. Maybe that's why they invented that thunder shirt. Have you seen that stupid thing?
What?
Hold on.
Did you say thunder shirt?
Yes.
I pre-ordered a comic today called Murder Falcon. I'm so excited.
Murder Falcon.
I thought it was a fun idea for a comic just entitled alone, but then I heard an interview with the writer of it, and I fell in love with the concept. He plays electric guitar. He looks like this burnout kid, and he plays electric guitar in order to motivate his falcon to murder people. Like he kind of controls them with it by, playing sweet licks.
Nice.
Or any other anxieties, Thundershirt may be the answer.
The Thundershirt wraps the animal. They feel the pressure around them. It's that pressure that gives them the.
I want one of those to sleep in.
Thundershirt, absolutely, 100%.
It's like a hug?
Chase has the Thundershirt.
Yeah, it's like the dog is constantly being hugged.
I feel so much better now. I feel so calm.
It's like getting an X-ray and they put that big lead coat over you. There is something definitely calming about pressure. Actually, that's how they developed, well, I shouldn't even say they, that's how Temple Grandin developed a method to properly subdue cows that were going to be killed. Yeah.
It's a nice way to say it.
Yeah, it was like this cushion thing that would kind of squeeze around them and give them this great big hug. And then I think they put the bolt in the brain.
I'll give you a nice big hug before we kill you for meat.
Hey, if you got to go. But yeah, I guess I'm bringing it up to ask you, would you actually consider giving the cat an edible? I mean, what can it hurt, right? I mean, just to see if her behavior is. I've seen so many stories. I don't even share them because it's just every week I see a story about you can get CBD or you can get actual THC for your cat or dog.
THC, oh boy.
Well, right. I mean, in order to calm nerves, they're actually. I guess it's more akin to microdosing.
Microdosing your cat.
Yeah. I mean, certainly the idea isn't to make sure that the pets have a good time. When it comes to microdosing, it seems most ridiculous in terms of cannabis.
Yeah.
I mean, could you have CBD products available?
Like the macrodose.
Well, yeah. We definitely OD'd. So Forbes says that microdosing is essentially taking a very small amount of the substance with the purpose of experiencing its therapeutic benefits without the high.
Boo. Here's a story. Podcaster says, why bother?
Why do you need a museum for pizza?
Why wouldn't you need a museum for pizza?
Like, to what end? Like, do they serve it or just have, like, recipes? Examples? Not sure. Would you want to go someplace where you saw a bunch of pizza but you weren't able to eat any of it?
It's true.
I imagine they would have to serve pizza there, right? Okay, then, where would you locate a museum of pizza if you had to build one?
Isn't it in... I think I might be cheating because I think I already know the answer. Isn't it in Wichita? Because Pizza Hut has built this musium.
Where is Wichita? That's down south.
Kansas.
Is it Kansas?
Or at least
no, it is not.
That's my guess. New York?
No.
Chicago?
Yes.
Chicago?
Chicago gets...
the Museum of Pizza. Oh, it's that Chicago accent. I have no idea.
Hey, no, the Chicago accent is more like, like the
Bears.
The Bears. Yeah.
Oh, that looks fucking delicious.
What? We're looking at we're looking at a deep dish pie with the sauce on top.
Oh.
First of all, pie is the sauce on top.
Because that's a Giordano's, man. That's how they get down.
But how do you contain... The whole purpose of the cheese is to hold the sauce in place.
I've had it. It is delicious.
A sauce on top pizza? No.
That's what? Oh.
No, they better do something damn special with it.
Oh, my God.
I guess if you had a really good tasting sauce... because
so you've never had a Sicilian-style deep dish either with the sauce on top?
The weakest part of any
sauce
pizza...
Sauce on top is the best kind of pizza.
I've never had that shit.
Sauce on top is the best kind of pizza.
Why is that representative of a pizza museum, though?
Because it's a Getty Images photo of pizza.
I mean, this is in Chicago. The museum is in Chicago. Is this how they serve it in Chicago?
Yes, that is a Chicago-style pizza that is in the picture.
I thought Chicago style was like, what do we have, the place local here that serves the really deep dish, like super deep dish, like inches deep, like it's a lasagna.
They're all trying to mimic places in Chicago.
Right. Yeah, no, it says on the building it's Chicago style.
The museum isn't a restaurant. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, there you go.
Should have a restaurant in the pizza museum.
It's 2 strikes.
You just looked at pizza for, I guess it's maybe half an hour. What would you do beyond 30 minutes in a pizza museum?
I don't know. Let's see.
Are you making a pizza at any point?
Museum founder Kendall Burns. It's a Ken Burns museum. It says the
Bruns. Oh, your brain's doing that. your brain's doing that thing where it switches the letters.
It totally did. I wanted it to be.
You wanted it to be Ken Burns joint?
Says the new space will be 3,000 square feet and allow him to tell the full story of pizza and its U.S. makers.
Here's the full story. Guys from World War II came back and were like, we had this pizza thing. Well, we were stationed in Italy and it was delicious. End of story.
Right. And then they said, well, this is kind of like it, only the sauce tastes like shit. And they're like, hide it under the cheese. No one will be able to tell the difference.
Yeah, we'll see now. See, with this pizza with the sauce on top, that sauce is good.
The museum isn't a restaurant, but pizza will be available at nearby pizzerias. No shit, it's fucking Chicago, right? Don't worry. You can find pizza in Chicago still.
Yeah.
So I would go, would you go before or after? Because you couldn't be like, hey, we had pizza. Remember that pizza we had yesterday? I was thinking about it. Let's go to the museum. And then
you'd probably go after it because your pizza
and then get
boner.
some tacos.
Your pizza boner would be real hard coming out of that museum. Like, I want pizza!
The idea? You would psych yourself up so much for that deep dish sauce on top.
Yeah, the first place you saw. I bet you the real estate. See, there you go. Should open up a pizza spot right next to the pizza museum.
Right,
You'll clean up. Everyone who wants a pizza.
Owner of whatever pizza place is closest to his museum.
He's an idiot.
A fool.
Yeah.
They sell New York.
New York? I've come to appreciate that pizza.
It's this different animal, right?
Yeah. No, it's it's the antithesis.
Right.
Sauce under the cheese.
It's like people having arguments about who's better.
It's almost a thin
DC.
crust.
Like, they both make great comics.
Yeah.
You know? There's more than one way to tell a story or make a pizza.
Yes. I prefer the Chicago way to the New York way. Like, gun to my head, we're going to Chicago. Take your New York pizza and get it out of here.
I don't think I could do that on the regular. I think if I had to pick one style of pizza to eat for the rest of my life, right? I can't eat any other pizza. It would have to be just the bland Midwestern medium crust. I mean, like,
regular old pizza.
Honestly, if it had to be like one style of pizza, then pepperoni with jalapenos. I'll never get sick of it. Well, no, I'll get sick of it, but I won't blow my brains out.
Have you ever put pineapple on that pizza?
No.
You should.
Not on that pizza.
Yeah, you should.
Pineapple and banana peppers I like. And sausage.
That's fan favorite around here.
Or bacon with pineapple.
Something we can both eat. Sauce or pineapple and banana pepper.
You do that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good combo.
I'm telling you, try putting pineapple on your pepperoni and jalapeno pizza.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'd fuck it up. I don't get to have hot peppers on my pizza anymore, though, because I'm not going to eat pizza multiple times a week anymore. And my kids love pizza. So I eat pizza when they eat pizza. Black Panther eat pizza, we eat pizza.
Oh, I think I'm getting pizza. We talked about pizza so much, I'm getting a pizza after we record.
And so my daughter likes plain old pepperoni. My son likes cheese.
You go Pizza Museum. Pizza Museum's doing its job, and we haven't even gone to it.
I can jazz it up on the crust a little bit, but I still can't get my Cajun crust like I like to get.
Oh.
If I'm getting Howie's, that is. What's up with Howie's logo? Have you ever did it? Right?
It's a guy with his head through a pizza.
It's a guy with the head through a pizza, right?
Looks like he's a meth addict.
It's a man with his head sticking. The newer ones just look like an Archie comic, right?
Yeah.
You got to find the weird,
the old
older
school
one where his head's going through the pizza, right? His head is through the pizza, and he's got this long, skinny neck, right?
There we go.
And there's enough of a cutout for his neck to go through the center of the pizza, but not for his head to fit. So I guess we are to believe that pizza was baked around his head, like it actually made while it was on his head. He couldn't have got his head through that pizza.
Yeah? Get out of here, Archie Howie.
I spent too much time high as fuck waiting for my pizza, staring at that sign going,
yeah, what's up with this guy?
What is going on there? And he's like slobbering all over the thing.
Yeah, first of all, I don't want this pizza. Another human has touched it.
Well, I was trying to figure out who this this Howie represented, right? That's depicted on this. Is he supposed to represent me? No, that's a high as fuck Hungry Howie's.
Yeah, this guy looks high as shit.
Now, in that case, it definitely looks like he's supposed to represent the person who is buying the pizza. He's supposed to be me, right? So much so that well, here's the other thing. That Hungry Howie's with the dopey eyes is licking his chops and looking at the Hungry Howie's logo next to him and not the pizza growing around his neck.
Yeah, hey, you should get that looked at.
At least the other...
Pizza-itis.
Yeah, and it's all the same color, too, so it just looks like his flesh and pizza are made of one.
Yes. Gross.
On the other logo, that one, he actually looks like he's poking through it, but still, like, does it have a healing factor? Did it just, like, grow back into place behind his head? Or did he have it baked around his neck?
Yeah, I know, right?
We may never know.
The world may never know.
You got to see this guy's guitar lesson.
Oh, boy.
This was on, I don't even know, this was on World Village. The most hilarious guitar lesson you'll see on the internet. And some old dude with, I don't even know exactly what that is. It looks like a lap version of a slide guitar. Like, actually, not like a lap steel, but it's a resonator, I guess.
So I thought I would just show you the basics of what is about to happen.
With a long-ass beard.
So, first of all, you take your index finger, and you're playing on the 5th string, 2nd fret.
He's playing an open D. He's going to show us how to play a blues lick. He's got that slide on his pinky ready to go.
5th string. It's kind of nice, right?
Yeah, 145, I get it.
Do the same thing.
Yep. Yes, he's showing you the basic blues structure.
Back.
Is he going to just start ripping? Like, and that's how you play guitar.
Up to the 7th. Back to the 5th. And then
He's like Bob Ross.
On the 5th string.
Yeah, the happy little 5th there. And then, is that what you would call the turnaround?
Yes.
That part there.
Now, listen to me. Listen to me.
And then he just loses his
the
shit for some
fuck
reason.
Now, that is the basis of the blues.
I'm trying to figure out, is this guy high or drunk? He seems unnaturally angry
right
for
there.
what he's doing.
I want you to understand that when Stevie Ray Vaughan was going inside of him, he was going and then he would go up to the 5 chord and he would go, it's the same damn thing, it stays going. That's right.
He's not wrong.
He's absolutely right. And also insane.
7th and the 5th.
Yes, 145 blues. Got it, buddy.
That's all. That's it right there. Open D, resonating guitar, finger pickies, slide, and fucking insanity. That's all. Using this one.
Why does he start out so calm?
There's a little bit of vibrato. That's all.
He reminds me of the guy that did the Star Wars reviews.
I'm borrowing the fucking thing, okay? And then I'm just going. And then. And then you don't have to do done.
Is that Easy Cheese in the background right there? Or no, that's some sort of spray. That's definitely a sword hilt there. Do my eyes deceive me?
You are correct. I mean, does it shock you this guy owns a sword? I'm surprised it's not hung on the wall.
Well, no, it's like leaning up against a chair, like ready for action.
Yeah, I could see this guy like needing a sword ready for action at all times.
For all we know, like he just executed his wife, whose body is laying in the background.
Yeah, I know, right?
And this is his manifesto.
I know, right? This is the guitar playing part of it.
Cut your head off.
Oh, see?
I think.
We might be called as
real.
We might be called as witnesses.
And what's going on? And what's going wrong?
To any lawyers listening to this, we just stumbled upon this. We don't know this guy. We just guessed. It's not our fault. We guessed right.
Wait, he's revealing more of his dastardly deeds here.
Oh, I'm gonna have some tofu.
Not where I thought he was going.
So that's the blues. So this is for /r/.
Well, that's right. His blues was about.
It's Friday. It's not Friday.
I killed my wife and she's laying in that hallway.
It was his wife wouldn't let him eat any meat. He has to eat tofu.
And it's open D.
Okay, all right, we get it.
I'm resting my palm. So it sounds like that. It's the blues. That's all. I really hope that helps, because like it's like lose their purpose.
I'd rather watch this video on loop for a couple hours than go see a production of Cats starring James Corden.
While it works.
See, wait, is that?
And I don't just put those things
Are you not
together
making that up?
randomly. Taylor Swift, Jennifer Hudson, James Corden, Ian McKellen to star in Cats movie adaptation. This is on the Hollywood Reporter. I knew I didn't want to see La La Land when I heard about it, when I heard about that movie. And I'm definitely certain I'm never going to see this. I'll put it in there with one of these movies that everybody's going to see and that I will never see.
It's me.
Titanic.
Shooting myself.
This Cats movie, if it ever gets made.
I've only seen Titanic once, and it took me 10 years to see it, and getting laid was involved.
Right.
I made it to like 07.
I mean, seeing Taylor Swift and Jennifer Hudson dressed up as cats. Yeah.
Jennifer Hudson, sure. Taylor Swift.
You're not a fan?
No.
I think the fact that James Corden and Ian McKellen are going to be there, though, is going to kind of dampen the mood for me.
Taylor Swift is, what does Dave Chappelle call it? Pancake butt?
Right. Wait, who is? Taylor Swift is?
Yeah, she's at pancake ass. No, thank you. There's nothing curvy about Taylor Swift.
She's got
parts. There's nothing. Yeah.
She's identifiably female.
She checks an F.
I find her to be very attractive.
I do not.
But
bad news.
I don't even like.
I'm sure she's broken up about it.
She's got implants now, right?
Great. They're still proportional, so there's still nothing curvy about Taylor Swift.
I thought she was fine before.
Should we get you a fedora?
Oh. Not white knighting her. I'm actually doing the opposite. I'm saying, yeah, I'd bang her.
What's the opposite of white knighting? Black dicking? Black knighting?
I heard Michigan approved 2 vendors to do quality checks on marijuana. What would they call that?
They were seen high-fiving outside the State House.
Well, they have to do like tests for potency to regulate it. I think they did this with test tubes. Well,
hey, what's your job? Yeah.
Hey, somebody's got to do it, right?
Yeah. Yes. They're both. They have a large fish collection and an unlimited gift card to Subway.
I think it was. I don't think it was like two individuals where like
Cheech and Chong.
I think it's actual company.
Cheech Marin and Tommy Chong have been spotted in Michigan.
Here we go. On the free, Michigan approves medical marijuana testing labs. Oh, this is quite dramatic. The Michigan Medical Marijuana Licensing Board approved licenses for 2 testing facilities on Thursday, putting the last piece into the puzzle that will unlock the medical pot market in the state. Did you just call it medical pot?
Unlock. It's been there for 10 years. What are we unlocking?
Well, this is the final piece of the new legislation. Iron Laboratories in Walled Lake and Precision Safety Innovation Laboratories in Ann Arbor. Oh, and 6 dispensaries were approved. Now quadrupling the number of dispensaries with actual approved licenses from the state.
Ooh.
That might be at a rate of once every 2 months, I think, right? Hasn't it been a year?
Okay, can't they give Cheech and Chong extra work?
They're about that. They're like 1.8 approvals per month.
At this point, you think they're just sandbagging till it goes legal?
They say, this means we have a complete system now, so we can finally form Voltron and defeat the aliens. No, this means so licenses can actually begin operating. Oh, I'm sorry, I misspoke. Licensees can actually begin operating. So, I mean, you went to the dispensary today. This might be the first actual legal medical marijuana that you purchased. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know what they mean. I mean,
I'm paying sales tax, so my guess is yes.
Yeah. Well, you're buying untested stuff.
I was.
Nobody. That's why we got so high before the show. You know. I don't know.
Nobody knew this shit would get you high. Oh wait, we did.
Call them up. I mean, like, the shit got me too high. I had to slow down. I had to stop smoking for a while. Ben Rossman of PSI Laboratories said his company has been testing marijuana products for caregivers for 3 years and is looking forward to jumping into the regulated market. He says Michigan has the second biggest medical marijuana patient population in the country.
Oh, no shit.
Once it really starts to kick off, it's going to be huge.
Behind California?
Now, he's talking about, well, look, there's already places that are operating, right? They've been granted a grace period, so they're operating before they actually get their licenses approved. I don't think what he's saying is once it kicks off is, and once we get all these businesses approved with licenses under the new system, I think he's kind of indicating a legal recreational pot. That's what's going to be huge.
It's back to school time, right? It's getting there. At least for college it is.
Back to school time.
Yeah. Maybe you're going to the University of Cincinnati. You can take an Intro to Cannabis course.
And that's pretty close to us.
Yes.
What do you learn in such course? What to do with it? Is this a cultivation course or?
Does everyone get together and play hacky sack? It's college.
Yeah, they're already doing that. There's mention of horticulture in that article.
Teaching a class about marijuana is not something Trusty thought about until last summer when she went to a conference in Oakland, California. Almost as a joke, but I knew it was an up-and-coming thing. I applied to go to a cannabis conference where we learned all about growing and marketing the whole cannabis industry. There was so much to learn. This fall, Trusty and other professors will teach students how they may be able to capitalize on Ohio's new medical marijuana industry. Our horticulture students are interested in cannabis, and that is definitely a job avenue now that the legal cannabis industry is coming to Ohio, she said. There are a lot of different kinds of jobs, from cultivating to working at a dispensary to working with products that are made from a cannabis plant.
Is this
so that you don't give an answer?
So
it could be just sitting around smoking weed, playing hacky sack.
No, they're talking about. They refer to their students as horticulturists. They're talking about actually cultivating cannabis for production. I don't know. I guess
Which Fish album goes better with indica?
Like that's one class, or that's a whole program that they're doing.
It is called Intro to Cannabis, and she really didn't give a clear definition. They will teach students how they may be able to capitalize on Ohio's new medical marijuana industry.
Right.
Is that what it says on the syllabus? It's a drug dealing class.
Well, it kind of seems more like a trade.
Professor Tron.
Right? So it wouldn't be something that you would go to school for a number of years for. I mean, if you want to be a guitar luthier, you go to a school for like a couple months, and then they approve you, and then you fix guitars. It seems more like a couple month thing. Like you learn how to grow pot, and then you grow pot. The rest of it, it's like any other business, right? You don't really have to know how to sell pot in this class, because you sell pot like you sell anything else. You produce enough to meet the demand and give a fair market price, and you sell your wares, right? It's like there's no science to it.
But pot has this unique thing, this unique little thing about it that a lot of other stuff doesn't. Called it sells itself.
That too. So you need even less business classes in that respect.
Yeah.
I know, it's kind of interesting. I wonder if they actually can attend this and get some sort of certificate that would help them get jobs in the industry, right? That would be something beneficial. If it's some sort of like elective or something like that, it seems kind of strange. What's the bigger plan here? That I go for 2 years to learn how to grow and sell marijuana and then get a job in the industry when it's by that time probably legal in the state? Well, actually, Ohio just recently got their medical program, right?
Yeah.
So that's part of why they're doing this. There's probably a real demand for this, especially if you're looking to exclude people with records. People who maybe have come afoul of the law in their
like
black
vinyl?
market horticulture. Like police records. Sting, da-do-da-da.
Sting?
Gordo. Police. Synchronicity.
Yeah, police record.
This is one of my all-time favorite albums,
This is
start to finish is just perfect.
I think this song is underrated.
A lot of people get turned off about halfway through this album when it goes into like Miss Gradenko and Mother.
So you think it's just warming up?
But this is every single track on here is pretty amazing.
Enjoy this band.
I would have, I've seen footage of them on tour for this. There's a lot of it. I think they probably did a whole film or something.
Didn't they recently go on tour again? The We're Out of Money tour for one of them or something?
Yeah, I'm sure they did. Well, no, wait a minute.
One of like 2008 or something?
Performances. Maybe they did. I'd want a time machine to go back and see them on the Synchronicity tour.
Yeah.
And this shit of like, we're going to play all of this album. It made sense when Pink Floyd says, we're going to play all of The Dark Side of the Moon. That sounds great, because that is kind of a self-contained thing. I mean, a lot of those songs didn't appear in their regular rotation. There was a few that kind of stuck out as singles that they could, but it's kind of like a lot of the material on the wall, too, and everything flows together so well. But even more so with The Dark Side of the Moon, because it's like, you can sit down and listen to it in 45 minutes or whatever. But, Weezer's going to do like some decades anniversary of the Blue album and play that in its entirety. Mm-hmm. Like, what's the point of that?
Because that's what the concert business is now.
I mean, and I like that album. But if I go see Weezer, I want to see them play what they want to play and play the songs off that album that they want to, when they want to. And, you get excited to hear it. Now you're watching a whole concert where you're like, every song that's coming next.
Yeah.
There's no surprises in there. And it doesn't seem like no surprises is kind of the key phrase here, right? It's like, do it like the album, play it all the way, start to finish, and everyone's going to be happy. Everyone knows what to expect. Nobody goes home upset because they didn't play blah.
It's because they want you to come back.
Because that's where their money is now. It's the same reason why, bands were constantly producing best of and greatest hits albums. Because, not because they wanted to document that they had released, 2 albums and an EP. It was because they were contractually had to produce another record for the record company. And they're like, can we just do a best of? We'll throw you some demos and some B-sides to throw on the end of it. Flush it out to an even 13 songs. Oh my God. That's another weird one.
Oh, we can sit here and nerd out on the police.
Yes, we could.
All day.
And I better slow down on that. At some point, I'm going to have to drive. That's some heavy shit.
This is new shit.
This is more. All right, now this is like a 1-2 punch. Then, I think this is in Canada. StatsCan. What's a StatsCan? Yeah, this is in Vancouver. They took a survey of cannabis users, and 1 in 7 admitted to driving after consuming the drug.
Well, yeah. How are you going to get home?
Survey by Statistics Canada, hence the StatsCan. It sounds like CAT scan, but you're stumbling over it. Reveals lax attitudes towards drug-impaired driving as the country prepares for legalization. Oh, God damn it. You son of a bitch. Andrew Murray, Chief Executive of Mothers Against Drunk Driving, Canada, called the latest data concerning, noting that 14.3% rate for driving after using cannabis was more than triple that for Canadians who reported in roadside surveys that they drove after consuming alcohol in the preceding 2 hours. Yes. More people are driving high than drunk, is what they're saying.
That's good. They're all driving under the speed limit. They're generally driving to Taco Bell or Tim Hortons.
What I don't see is any statistics that say that
about
traffic accidents are going up. Ms. Murray predicted drug-impaired driving will decrease once detection equipment is approved and delivered to the police.
Oh.
Right, like what? The pot breathalyzer?
Yes, actually, I have a story on that.
The NPR did a story on the pot breathalyzer. With few accurate roadside tools to detect pot impairment, police today have to rely largely on field sobriety tests developed to fight drunk driving or old-fashioned observation. Or their noses, or their eyeballs.
Well, maybe they could get themselves a hound breathalyzer.
A hound breathalyzer?
A hound. Like,
it's not an actual dog, is it?
Like, release the hounds?
Oh, it's from Hound Labs.
Yes.
Mike Lynn says, he's from Hound Labs CEO, we are trying to make the establishment of impairment around marijuana rational and to balance fairness and safety. That's a rather clumsy phrase, but yeah, I get your point, I guess. Well, hey, look, isn't it nice to know what the law considers the limit, right?
Yes.
And sometimes it does help you. Although I did hear there was a story this week about a man who was arrested for drunk driving because he was arguing with his friends over his level of impairment. And to prove that he wasn't too drunk to drive, he drove to the police station and demanded they give him a breathalyzer test.
I'd find something to arrest you on at that point.
At which point he failed the breathalyzer test and then was taken into custody.
Yeah.
If you park at the police station, like turn yourself in that fashion, even if it's that dumb. They still impound your car, or I guess it can't stay in the parking lot, can it? And the state's got to get their money somehow.
You arrested me and I'm parked there. You figure it out.
Yeah, but no, they're going to impound it and then give you the ticket for it.
Bitches.
I got a ticket. I got an actual ticket the other day. Improper lane change.
No signal?
No. I was making a left-hand turn, and there was like a long line of cars that was backed up at a light. And I got into the left turn lane for a couple blocks and went by a cop that was waiting there and saw him pull out behind me. And I was like, is he really going to... You know, I was not going fast.
So you got over too early.
I was, yes.
Essentially.
I got over too early. I was going slow, right? He's like, well, you know, there's a lot of businesses there, and it's a safety hazard to use that lane. You're supposed to wait until the double lines are broken to whatever. And I'm like, all right, yeah, really?
Got my ticket, please. Can we go now?
$135.
Nice.
2 fucking points. I'm arguing that shit. I got
a ticket in Kansas.
I am going to court to make sure that they take those points off. You can pretty much do that on a ticket like that if you show up and be like, it might even cost me more.
I was doing 90 and 70.
Right. This is kind of a
Kansas.
nothing ticket.
It needs I knocked it down to 9 over because in the state of Kansas, then it's not a moving violation and it doesn't affect your insurance.
Wait, did the cop do it when he wrote you the ticket, or did you appear in court over it?
Oh, he did it when he wrote me the ticket.
Okay.
I said, sir.
So mine was a dick. He hit me with the maximum.
It's 2018, and when he pulled me over, I kept my hands on the dashboard because it's 2018.
Right. Hey, man, it was cool, though, because...
I called him sir.
I've done some dumb shit in my time, and it's not always that pleasant to get pulled over by the cops. And
this used to go way different.
Right. And I was just like, I just showed him everything, and then he was like, all right. Yeah, I was like right down the street.
Here's your white privilege.
Yeah. Anyways, what the fuck is... We were talking about breathalyzers.
Yes. The Hound.
Yeah. Now, I would have passed a breathalyzer, too, because I was like coming home from work. Another time, maybe he would have caught me driving high. But he wouldn't know. I'd pull it off.
What, like you're going to beat the cop off?
What? Not pull him off. All right, so let's see. It's a small disposable cartridge. There's a whole bunch of science in this cartridge. Oh, I bet. How does this work? Small plastic tube sticks out of one end.
You talking about the Hound?
Yeah. It's about the size of a large mobile phone. It blows into the tube for 30 seconds. Indicator bars start to show whether the machine detects any THC in his breath. Is that where it's stored? Okay.
All right.
Like based on what? Like how long does THC stay in your breath?
Yeah.
Does anybody know that?
True.
What is it? I don't.
Are we carbon dating this THC? Can we tell its age?
The THC is the psychoactive. Oh, yes, we know that. Device can accurately detect whether a person has smoked pot in the last 2 hours.
Well, there's a standard.
A window many consider the peak impairment time frame. When you find THC in breath, you can be pretty darn sure that somebody smoked pot in the last couple of hours.
Oh, no. You having fun on the weekends?
We don't want to have people driving during that time period or, frankly, at a work site in a construction zone. Okay. I'm surprised you didn't say or past any kindergartners. You know?
Or into a school bus.
Right. It detects whether you've smoked marijuana in the last 2 hours, right? What we've continuously read over the last couple of years about how it's waning in popularity. The kids aren't smoking shit.
They're eating it.
They're eating it, they're vaping it, they're drinking it, they're shooting it, they're doing whatever, putting it in their eyeballs.
They're stuffing it in your ass is the new thing.
Yeah, suppositories. They give it to their pets and then blow their pets. No, nobody's doing that. Well, some people
They are
do,
now.
but not for drugs. So I don't know. Yeah, that's great. You're going to deploy this technology across the nation to find out who the smokers are.
Hey,
and what do you really do?
We still got to figure out how to arrest brown people.
And if I was to really generalize, I know I'm doing this, but your smokers aren't really the problem, right? The guys who are still smoking joints and smoking out of bowls, generally...
We learned last week, it's old people.
We're traditional, I was going to say, but yes, old, right? Experienced smokers. The people you have to watch out for, people who know their limits, the people you have to watch out for are people experimenting with edibles, doing, I always heard dabs were cool. Imagine a dab being your entree into cannabis, right? I don't think I'd do it again, right?
I hid in the corner for like an hour.
Right. It'd be like a salvia trip to me.
Yeah.
I'd fucking lose my shit. I definitely would lose my shirt.
Yeah. He's been naked for the last half hour, muttering something about Taco Bell.
So, yeah, that's who you have to watch out for, especially because we've heard so many stories about how difficult it is to control your dosage with stuff, especially the edibles. But even, the edibles, you take too much and then it builds up and you don't realize it because it's really slow in acting. You usually give it about half hour to 45 minutes before you really start to judge how powerful what you took is. Dabs, on the other hand, is easy to OD on right from the rip,
Yeah.
Literally, like somebody just drops a nice little gooey blob in there, and you can consume an insane amount of THC in one breath. It is highly concentrated.
It's nuts.
So these are forms that I figured are less easy to control in that aspect. Smoking a joint, you take a couple puffs, and then eventually you go, I'm all right for now.
Yeah.
I don't need to sleep here. I need to, stop. I got shit to do. So, yeah, great. You developed a breathalyzer that will detect old people smoking pot, right, within the last 2 hours.
Great job.
Which still makes at least the sobriety test for alcohol involves your testing of your motor skills, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something that could affect your driving. They're doing this not even based on any evidence of whether pot actually impairs your driving. I mean, if you smoke enough to where, you can't see straight, yeah, it's going to affect your fucking driving. Or that you're so slowed down to react that you end up ramming into somebody. But if you're taking pot for medical reasons, millions of people are across, and it's apparently more so in Michigan than I realized, since we have the second largest medical marijuana population in the country.
Well, my guess is behind California, and let's drop the candor. It's comically easy in both states to get a medical card.
Yeah, right. Right. It doesn't mean we have an exceptional large population of smokers.
I'm about to go through the process again.
Right.
Because my card expires in October, and it's mid-August, and I'm like, well, it's not going to be... It's not January 1st, 2019. We're probably looking at 2020. So I'm going to need to get one more certification because they're 2 years certifications at this point.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
I'll have to do that myself.
Not everybody's going to be Nevada, where, they vote it in November and the following July, they're like, and we're ready. Let's go.
Right. Well, Pennsylvania is what is it? Their mayor? Not in Pennsylvania. Governor. Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf recently said that he doesn't think that his state is ready for legal cannabis.
Why?
Right. What does that mean? They're not ready for it.
I say who elected you,
we got to coach them up.
Kind of the citizens of Pennsylvania did.
If you're saying that you don't think that legislation could pass because not a majority are in favor, I'm double negating myself, because you don't have a majority in favor of legalizing it, that's one thing. But to say they're not ready for it, this is something that, to say they're not ready for it almost implies that it's something that should happen and the people will come along eventually, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not even like a leadership thing to say. If your governor says, my state isn't ready for this, the governor decides.
Do you know?
Well, first of all, the governor decides pretty much what he believes the state is ready for and applies that. And the people who aren't ready for it have to either come along, get on the bandwagon or go with the majority vote anyway. That's leadership, saying, like, I don't think they're ready for it.
Just tell his wife, I don't think you're ready for this, Dick.
It's the type of thing that politicians would say behind the scenes in the past, and now they just say openly. You might as well be saying, like, I can't sell this. I can't make it a platform issue because I think it'll negatively affect my vote. But to be fair to him, it might be an accurate read of the room because Pennsylvania only recently got access to flour. Until recently, they were just doing tinctures and edibles.
I mean, hey, I've had good times on both.
They were the 29th state to pass medical marijuana, so that they're not exactly forerunners on it.
Yeah, not exactly. Pioneers. You think Friends of Cannabis, Pennsylvania isn't springing to the top of the list.
But then again, if you want to be a leader on it, just show them look what's happening in Colorado.
Yeah.
Success.
Mm-hmm.
Look what's happening. You just mentioned Nevada. Like, almost instant success.
Mm-hmm. Made 25% more money than it expected. You do that at any Fortune 500 company, you're getting a raise, a bonus, anything you want, basically. 25%, that's insane.
You get to date that pop star that Elon Musk is dating.
Yeah.
Well, even the mayor of Denver, Michael Hancock. Wait, this isn't the Bigfoot porn guy, is it? Oh, wait, that was Leslie. That was a woman.
That was Cockburn.
Cockburn, okay. He was originally against the whole idea. He was saying the same thing that this guy was in Pennsylvania. I don't think my city's ready to handle legal cannabis. And he was recently interviewed saying, obviously he's wrong. Even though, well, again, this guy is a Democrat. Obviously he's a conservative Democrat in some respect if he's not supporting cannabis. He now admits that in the years, I almost said 3 years, been longer than that. In the years since voters ignored his advice and ended prohibition anyway, the city has been able to effectively regulate the cannabis industry in the way that creates jobs and generates tax revenue. What makes Pennsylvania so different than Colorado? Right.
Mountains. Bigger mountains.
What on the political spectrum, where do you think Pennsylvania is?
Pennsylvania is Philly.
I always considered it like Colorado, one of those states, or even like Michigan, that has a large urban area, or a few of them, and then a vast expanse of rural, and it tends to balance it out, and it just depends on who gets more motivated to get to the polls.
So a purple state.
It's a purple state. I guess I would think of Pennsylvania as a purple state, too.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's not like, this isn't like Utah, like it's going to be offensive to your voters. Like, they'll deal with it.
Yeah.
And the majority probably already do support it. We know across the country, a majority of Republicans support this now.
Because you make money. They figured that out. Wait. It's another lobby that can pay us. We're all in.
Oh, right. That's one more people taking me out to dinner, and these guys are going to know where the good shit is and where the good eats are, too.
These guys are going to have the good shit.
Plus, there's not... where are you going to make up your lost revenue that you got from the tobacco companies? Their sales are declining. They can't be forking over as much money as they used to. Fill that void. Embrace the cannabis. Vote green.
Jill Stein?
No, not that green.
I'll tell you what we are smoking on.
Oh, yeah. What? So, wait, we smoked 2 different strains today, right?
Yes. We had the blueberry pie earlier.
And now this is...
This is Face on Fire.
What?
Yes.
This name has to be... But there has to be a lineage to explain it, right?
according to seedfinder.eu.
This makes me feel like my face is on fire. Can I get more of it?
It is OG Kush. Wait, no. It is Fire Kush in the white and Face Off and OG Kush.
There's a face off?
So, yeah. Heavy, piney, and limey, dank OG scents. Fruit from this plant.
I would call it like this face fire. Or fire face.
Because it gives you a gummy bear funk.
It'd be like an X-Man that just his face was on fire all the time.
With a full-on low-end Kush.
It'd be like Ghost Rider.
After flavor.
Wouldn't he? He's kind of a fire face. Wait, is this song about smoking?
It is now.
Oh, he was saying she's smoking. So this was a blend, did you say?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Potent.
That's all the info I got on it, though. Blueberry pie was a hybrid. This is a hybrid. They're both hybrids.
They both got us high.
Yeah. High off the hybrids.
My current binge watches are Fabulous Miss Maisel and season, 4 now of Frankie and Grace. And I think I need some testosterone shots or something from my doctor. Actually, that's a pretty good mashup.
He smoked this weed.
Something looks wrong.
Richard.
He's running around like he's on fire.
Mix that. Bring that. What was that jam?
Oh, the Ohio Players.
Yeah, the Ohio Players. Okay, start them over again. See if you can get a nice mix going there.
Now that's one of the nastiest wrecks you'll ever see.
It's all right. You're safe. You're safe. We got you.
Yeah, it'll bring up the bed a little bit there.
Something looks wrong. I mean, he's running around like he's on fire.
Nice.
You're not on fire, Ricky Bobby.
But I'm not even sure he even knows where he's at right now.
Nice.
Realize the kind of pressure these drivers are under.
Mr. Bobby, come on down. That sets me off.
Nice.
But how did he get down to his underwear that He's jumping on Ricky, trying to put the non-existent fire out. That's a teammate right there. This is getting downhill fast.
They got him out of his suit. He's just running around in his whitey tighties.
You know, I think that's a note we have to go out on.
Yes.
What's the old Seinfeld episode? You have to go out on a high note.
Like Dawson on Adam Carolla's show, doing the mashup.
There you go. And we will thank you for listening to the Weezen Podcast. Following us on Twitter at the Weezen420, on Instagram at the Weezen Podcast. I swear I'm going to start again soon. Just seems so. Instagram just seems so trite.
You don't like I can't do it.
Yeah, I gotta. People find us. They interact with us.
People use too many hashtags on Twitter. I stopped following them. I'm getting picky out though. Like improper comma use is reason to be muted.
But we're on Facebook too, and you can email us the Weezen Podcast at ChristopherMedia.net, which is where you can click on the Amazon link to help us out. Or you straight up want to give us money, there's a donate button that you can click and use PayPal. And other than that, you can stay high.
You can stay high. You should. Well, unless you're driving right away.
Yeah, well, just stay high.
Just stay high.
If you like this show, please tell a friend. Please follow us on Twitter and like and share us on Facebook by searching for Christopher Media. You can subscribe to all ChristopherMedia.net shows for free on ChristopherMedia.net. Please make sure to rate and comment on all your favorite Christopher Media shows. Thank you in advance for supporting Christopher Media by clicking on the PayPal button and by clicking through to all the sponsors who support ChristopherMedia.net. Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net, and thank you for listening. Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
It's a new year, and with T-Mobile, it's not about how far apart we are. It's about how close we can be. So we're bringing out our best deal. Right now, get the iPhone 12 on us on every single plan with eligible iPhone trade-in.
So I can FaceTime with my sister in Savannah.
That's right, the iPhone 12 on us on every plan. All on America's 5G leader in coverage. T-Mobile.
With 24 monthly bill credits and a new line plus tax. If you cancel credit, stop and balance on required finance agreement may be due. Contact us for well-qualified buyers. Qualifying consumer plan required. See coverage and offer details at T-Mobile.com.
It's a new year, and with T-Mobile, it's not about how far apart we are. It's about how close we can be. So we're bringing out our best deal. Right now, get the iPhone 12 on us on every single plan with eligible iPhone trade-in.
So I can FaceTime with my sister in Savannah.
That's right, the iPhone 12 on us on every plan. All on America's 5G leader in coverage. T-Mobile.
With 24 monthly bill credits and a new line plus tax. If you cancel credit, stop and balance on required finance agreement may be due. Contact us for well-qualified buyers. Qualifying consumer plan required. See coverage and offer details at T-Mobile.com.